welcome to this video. I'm so delighted to see you here today. My name is Lotte and I am today here with Dolly. It's all about Dolly today. Dolly, could you please introduce yourself to the people who are watching the video?
Yes, of course. So, hi everyone. I am Dolly. I am originally from India, but I grew up all over the world, and I am now in the Netherlands. And I recently, well, a few months ago, is when I joined Your Fashion Job with Lotte, and I'm really excited for this call because it's been such a short time, but I feel like so much has happened since I've
Yeah.
started at Your Fashion Job. So yeah, that's me. I am very excited and. Yeah, I'm just so happy to be in this call and to also have met Lotte. So yeah.
Great, good. Thank you so much. And I'm also really excited to do this because I'm so excited to ask you the questions. And Dolly was also once a person who was watching a video like this. And
Yeah.
now today we can record one, which is so exciting. And
Yeah.
let's start at the beginning because I was wondering if you could tell a little bit about the person who started with your fashion job. So the person you were before you started your fashion job. Could you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so before I started Your Fashion Job, I felt like I was kind of in a rut. So I'm someone who's very into sustainability within the fashion industry. So I really wanted to, use make my purpose in life aligned with that and make sure that I can make a change within the fashion industry. And there was just this one point where for several months I was just feeling very down and demotivated, and I just felt like I was stuck. Like no matter how many different things I tried, I wasn't able to spark my creativity. I kind of just wanted to be on my own. I was not really excited for the future because I was just so nervous about it. So yeah, I was just very, very different, I feel, and I didn't have as much energy as I usually have. And that's something I actually really liked about myself when I wasn't in this rut, was that I was always someone who had a lot of energy, always very excited about things and very creative. And I was just at this moment before Your Fashion Job when I felt like that all the energy and life was kind of sucked out of me, and I just felt very demotivated, and I didn't like that. And so that's why I found Your Fashion Job and decided, I need to, if I want to change something like this, I need to go to someone who actually knows how to do this and actively and be proactive and change something. So that was me before Your Fashion Job.
What did your fashion job help you the most with?
Oh, that's a difficult one because there's so many things. But I think one of the biggest things that you've helped me with is motivation and confidence and bringing that back in myself. So there was moments in my life prior to me feeling, like I was stuck in a rut where I was very confident, very motivated, very, very excited for the future. And I felt like I'm able to go out into the world and change and create the change that I want. But when I lost the motivation and the confidence, like I said, I felt very down. So this is the one thing that Your Fashion Job really helped me with. And it really helped me restore confidence and find the motivation again, which I'm very thankful for because it's something that I see in me now every single day, where in the past I did not. So definitely restoring confidence and motivation in me. And, there were so many different moments where I noticed myself being more creative, being more happy, being more honest with myself. So the motivation and confidence that I've lost is restored to a level which I never even had before that. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and I can really see it in you and when I experience you. And it's like it's almost like natural that I can see it because I knew when I spoke with you, this is actually the real Dolly. So I knew it
Yeah.
was going to happen. And now
Yeah.
I never actually can imagine like how you started. Like I'm almost like forgot about this. Um,
Yeah.
so it's very yeah, it's very special.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And it's not even that long, that's also
Oh,
what really like shocks me is that it was just me taking the step and saying I need to change something in my life and actually reaching out to you and, doing the work that we did together. And then since then to now, it's like what, 4 or 5 months now, and it's so fast.
yeah.
So it's very, very, it's shocking, but like the best surprise ever.
Yeah, great. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, what is the achievements you are the most proud of?
Yeah, I think there's two achievements that I'm most proud of. So first of all, on a more personal level, is that I am so honest and vulnerable with myself. And this is mainly due to the fact that, you really help me build a routine every single day and really help me, figure out how, for example, meditation can really help you and open you up in ways that you would have never thought before. So before meeting you and talking to you and, doing all the modules, I always thought like, yeah, meditation, for example, is just really something not for me. I can't do it. I can't sit still. I can't, think about these things, whether it was guided or not. And after talking to you and seeing how it has helped other people within your fashion job as well, I was like, okay, I need to try it. So the meditation that I do every morning really helped me just open up and be very honest and vulnerable with myself. Because when I am like that, I figure out what I really want and what I'm not settling for example. And it really helped me figure out what I want and, kind of manifest that and really attract that every single day. So whether it was, oh, I want this certain thing, I want to be happy. And if you keep reiterating that and if you keep visualizing it, it really kind of, manifests itself and you attract it. And that was really one of the main things I think. And it's not just, professionally in a career wise, but it's something that I will learn for the rest of my life because I really understood the importance of being honest and vulnerable with yourself. And second thing is, again, related to the confidence and motivation, but it's my creativity. And the fact that if there's a challenge or like a new task or something that comes up to me, I'm not just thinking, oh, I need to get it done, but I'm thinking, how can I get it done in a different way? Or how can I get it done in a way that's no one else has done it before, or in a way that will really not only impress me, but also the people I'm working with and be of actual value. So that was also something I was very nervous about because I was just starting a new internship when I came to Your Fashion Job. And I was like, oh my God, I've lost my motivation. I've lost my creativity. How am I going to help this company? And now, the people that I work with are so happy with what I did. And I'm so happy with what I'm doing because I found new ways to do them, found creative ways to solve problems, and just think about situations in a different way and kind of think outside of the box. And that was also really, really attributed to the modules that we did and, kind of the strategies that you take to networking to application of interviews and stuff. And I was like, how can I take what I learned here and apply it in my day-to-day job? And that really helped me like come up with new ideas and meet new people and stuff as well. So these two definitely are the biggest achievements that I take from Your Fashion Job.
Oh wow! I didn't know this from this perspective. So that's great.
Yeah.
Amazing. And like, if you could describe like what role has your fashion job in your life?
Yeah, I think it's a very mentoring role, right? Because I see you as my life coach, if that's what you call it, right? And I've also before this was like, oh, I don't really know what life coaches do. Like, how can they be important? I think I was very naive and kind of ignorant about this fact. And when I, was in that rut, I was really like, okay, maybe I do need someone who actually knows what they're doing and who can actually guide me. So I kind of see it as a mentoring role, but also as a community because, we have a little community that you've built where we can share our successes, our failures, ask questions, and just learn from one another as well. So it's a very mentor role, and not in a way that only you're telling us what to do. That's never the case. It's really a two-way street, I feel. And it's a community where we can all learn from one another and really help grow one another, because that's also what I really like about the community is we really see that there's a growth in every single person who becomes part of Your Fashion Job. And so much has to do with the work that you put in with us, and it also has to do a lot with us taking initiative and saying, I need to grow, I need to change something, I have a dream that I want to achieve. So I really see it as a mentor and friend community kind of feeling when I think of Your Fashion Job in my life.
Great, good, okay, amazing, good to hear. Could you tell how your fashion job made you do what you are doing today, and something recently happened, and maybe you want to talk about it?
Yeah, of course. So recently I got a job at Fashion for Good, which is a incubator in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, and they are helping sustainable fashion startups scale up and help big brands, big apparel brands all over the world become more sustainable. So I got a job there, and I'm very excited because, as Lotte knows, when I first did the call with her and we first talked about, what are my dream companies to work at, this was one of them. This was the one, actually. So yeah, I think the way that Your Fashion Job helped me was, first of all, figure out that what is my purpose in life. And, like I mentioned in the beginning, it is to make sure that I can help the fashion industry transform into a sustainable one. And apart from that, what it has really helped me with is understand my value. And that is something that I cherish very deeply because, when you write motivation letters and when you write all these things, you're sort of like, oh, I have to sell myself the best way. And sometimes you're like, is this true? Like, is this who I am? But what Your Fashion Job really helped me do was, I took so long kind of figuring out what are my unique selling points and what are my value adding activities that I can offer companies. And this was so opening for me because I was able to really, that was really helped me gain my confidence, because I was able to sit down and think and be honest with myself and say, these are really the things that I am good at. And I know this is why I can make a difference at this company. And I used that all the time, whether it was in the application videos, whether it was in the interview, whether it was, even in my university, like when I'm talking to other people and when I'm doing my assignments, I always took elements of that. So that it really helped me regain confidence in sitting down and really evaluating, what am I good at? How can I add value? Why am I unique? Why am I different? And why should they consider me as a strong candidate? So definitely that was one way that Your Fashion Job helped me gain confidence in. And apart from that, it was all these very cool application strategies, I would say, because I never really thought about them before. Yeah, these two things, like, would be things that I would have never done before to take the time and think of. But with Your Fashion Job, they really helped me. And I think that is definitely the reason why I am where I am right now. So yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's good to hear. Yeah. And it's so special that like we started with a dream and that
Mhm.
now your dream is true. Like it sounds
Yeah.
like it's too good to be true.
Yes, it does. Every morning I wake up and I'm like, I think I'm still dreaming. Like, I don't think this is real.
Yeah. Like, and what did your parents tell you?
They were really happy because for me, they also noticed that I was like, just a bit different. Because my mom was like, yeah, I noticed that you're a bit anxious or that you're a bit upset. Like, is everything okay? And then I like told her like, yeah, I just don't feel the same like fiery passion that I did earlier, but I'm working with someone to help me and so on. And now whenever they call me, they're always like, so you seem happier, like you're happy, right? And they're so happy to hear that my answer is yes, I'm happy, or yes, I'm working on myself, and that I'm not feeling as anxious anymore. And that, now I finally get, because I've also been talking about this company with them for so long, and now that they're so glad that to hear that, I've put so much hard work in. I think more than anything, they're just very proud of the work that I'm putting in, and that I am prioritizing, my future and my career, and that I'm doing it for not only for myself, but I'm also like my purpose is to help companies become more sustainable. So they're very, very proud of the fact that I am not only thinking about myself, but I'm also thinking about, yeah, the planet as a whole and how we can work together. So they're honestly, I think bottom line, they're just very happy that I'm very happy and that I am, yeah, achieving my dreams, because that's what every parent wants for their kids. So yeah.
Yeah. And what would you give as advice to someone who's watching this video?
People are always, how can I get all the things on my to-do list done? How can I make sure that I save this much money or make this much money so I have a good life? But no one really thinks about, what if I, just take some time to invest in myself, to make myself better, then I can achieve everything I want to. I think that was also the most difficult thing for me, because when I was starting off, I was really like, oh, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that. I'm going to wake up earlier. I'm going to, stay up late. I'm going to only sleep 4 hours and just work all day. But none of that helped. The only thing that helped was investing in myself and following Your Fashion Job. So, it's really taking the time to understand yourself, be honest with yourself and say, okay, there's definitely something I want to change in my life. And then make that decision consciously and say, I need to invest time or money or effort in myself to change this. Because if you don't change it now, it's going to become a habit. You're going to get stuck in it. And that's what I was most afraid of when I was feeling that way, because I thought, oh, I'm feeling this way. This is the first month. Okay, it'll go away later. But it didn't. It was just month after month after month. I had no creativity. I was so demotivated. And I was like, I cannot let this become a habit. I cannot let this become my life. I need to change something. So do something right when you realize it, rather than letting it sort of become a part of you and become a habit. And really try to make that change and be proactive and conscious. So, investing in yourself is something that I would say is number one. And it was something that, you and I on our first call ever, where I was also like, oh, like, yes, I have to spend some money, but should I do it? And, you were really like, you're investing in yourself, and that is priceless. And I always remember that. Because at that moment I was like, oh my god, like, where am I going to do this? I'm still a student, like, how am I going to do this? And you were really like, this is priceless. And let's say you spend X amount of money now, and if you get a job because of this, you like pay it back in 2 months, whatever. But and then you were like, even if you paid back in 2 months, what you learn here will be for lifetime, and that is priceless. And I can honestly 2000% say that it is priceless, because the fact that I am so honest with myself, so vulnerable with myself, is something that I will take with me for the rest of my life. And also the motivation and confidence that I have gained in myself is, yeah, it's just life changing. And it's something that has got me to where I am as well, right? So definitely did something. So what you learn by investing in yourself, whether it's with money or effort, or with, whatever it is nothing compared to what you think it is in a numerical sense. So really be honest with yourself, take the time to invest in yourself, and then you will realize that it is priceless. Having a strong support system around you is so important as well, and sometimes you have your friends, you have your partner, you have your parents, but there's just some things that they cannot help you with in terms of growth or in terms of your career and changing how you think. And this is when you need to realize that maybe I need to reach out to someone who does know how to do that. And that was really what, helped me also reach out to you, because I was talking to people around me, like, what can I change? And they all suggested things, but it's just they didn't work for me. So, and then coming to you, you really make it so customized and personalized that it was like you understood my problem and you understood where I want to be, and you sort of helped me figure out together how can we get there, because there's no like one size fits all, right? It's really a one person thing. And that's also what we talked about in our first call, because that's what you said. You're like, it's not just that, if you Google it you find the answer, because no, it doesn't exist. It's that it is a continuous process of being honest with each other, with yourself, and continuously improving yourself, growing, failing, celebrating successes. But it just keeps going. And if you have someone who knows how to deal with that, that's great. And if you have someone who can share with you, which is your support network, that's amazing, because you always need that. But you also need to invest time in yourself and find someone like Lotte who can actually help you.
Did you expect um this all, because there are many things, that this was going to be the result of what we all did?
Oh, not at all. I honestly don't even know what I was expecting going in, because, I knew that your goal was to help me achieve my dreams. And at one point, yeah, my dream was to get a job in this company, but more than anything, I really wanted to work on restoring the confidence in myself. And I really reiterated that in the beginning of our calls as well, because I was like, I don't like the person I am when I'm not confident and when I'm not motivated. Because when you're motivated and you're confident, it opens up so many opportunities, and it makes you a happier person. It makes you help others, it makes you help yourself, and so on. So I really didn't expect it. I kind of thought maybe it will help me with like networking, or it will help me with, opening myself up to the luxury industry, for example, because that was also a big barrier for me when reaching out to you. I was like, you're very focused on luxury students and, students who want to go into luxury and maisons. And that wasn't me. So would she still be able to help me? But because of that first call, I realized it's not about company A or company B. It's about your growth, and it's about my growth. And was really about how can I help you as a person, as an individual, not as an employee, right? So that was also one of the reasons why I was like, I need to take that leap of faith, to go back to the previous question. But I really didn't expect it. I thought maybe there would be sort of like trainings and like, kind of talks on if I'm feeling anxious or if I'm feeling nervous, maybe you would help me on like tip XYZ or something. But I never really thought it would be this big and this life changing, let's say, because it's now something that I think about all the time. And it's just something that I'm like, this is who I am. And that was a huge difference for me because I really missed being that confident and motivated person. And now it's just who I am. And it's something that I really value about myself and something that I think is very unique about me as well. So I didn't think it would be so big, definitely, to be completely honest. Because you always, sometimes I watch the videos, but you always think, oh, maybe it's too good to be true, maybe it was just case one or case two, but it really, I mean, maybe the person watching this also thinks that, but don't worry, I was in the same way, I was in the same position. And the fact that Lotte is also able to help someone that was not like all of her other students in terms of luxury industry or going to the maison, so it really shows that she's not only talking about, oh, it's only about fashion, it's only about this company, it's about the individual, it's about the person, and it's about the relationship you build together, and about how you can help me grow. And you can do that regardless of where the person wants to work, as long as they're motivated to make a change and motivated to invest in themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's very inspiring. So what would your advice be for someone who feels like, oh, maybe I do not really have like the connection with luxury, or they feel like they think that this is not for them? What would your advice be for them?
I think advice wise, honestly, it's again investing in yourself and realizing that what your fashion job is doing is not specifically for luxury students. Advice would be, don't immediately neglect something or ignore something because because you see that you're catering to luxury. For me, for example, luxury is a very, very a big industry, and it's very, very interesting, especially for sustainability as well. So I think it's really, don't close up opportunities just because you initially read something and stick to that. Like, really look into it. Honestly, just message Lotte on Instagram, just talk to her, and she will tell you what she can help you with, because that's what I did in the beginning. I was like, are you able to, cater to someone who's not very into luxury, but only into sustainability? And, she still tells you how she can help. So keep your mind open and look into opportunities on how you can grow, rather than, I want to work in company X or Z, like a luxury company X or Z. So yeah, like, I think what you've helped with so many students is really helping them believe in themselves, which is very important. And that is important whether you want to work or whether you don't want to work. You believing in yourself is something that everybody should do, and it's something that we as humans are very bad at doing. So
Great. Wow.
yeah.
Okay. Good advice regarding the return on investment for the people who are considering your fashion job. What would your advice be financially as well regarding the return on investment while following the course?
Yeah, definitely. So that was, I think, good question, because everyone struggles with this, and it's the hardest step people have to take when they're investing in themselves. Because sometimes it's so easy to make a choice between, oh yeah, I need to pay for this TV or this thing, and the choice is so easy then. But then when it has to come to investing in yourself, you're like, oh my gosh, should I do this? Should I spend money on myself? And you always question it, especially if it is a return that you can't immediately see, because that's why people are so easy to spend money on buying a car or buying a laptop, because they immediately get something immaterial. But here you're investing in improving yourself. So in terms of financial returns, when I was investing, I was very nervous about it, because yeah, I had some money saved up because of my side jobs, but at the end of the day, I was still a student, so I didn't have a source of income. But now I do, because of because of your fashion job. So I do have a salary that's going to be coming in to kind of make up for what I spent, let's say. So definitely already getting that on top of it, or being my dream job. So it's like, I can't even, put a number on that. But apart from that, actually, apart from Fashion for Good, I also had another a second job offer as well, which is the company that I'm working at right now. So either way, even if I didn't do the whole application process, the company I'm working for also wanted to offer me a position because of how much I've improved and how many creative ways I've delivered my projects, again, because of the motivation and confidence that Your Fashion Job gave me. So I would, regardless of which option or direction I went into, both directions enabled me to pay back what I invested in myself, let's say. So, already two guarantees. I hope that convinces people. But apart from that, the main thing is the lifelong things that you learn, which is being honest with yourself, being vulnerable, the confidence and the motivation that you earn, and the feeling that you can believe in yourself. And this is honestly priceless. And now that I think about it, I'm like, in the beginning, when I first invested, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much money. And I thought about it so frequently. And now I don't even think about it because it's helped me so much. I already feel like it has paid me back. So yeah, definitely it gives you returns financially, mentally, physically, even because you're not nervous all the time. You're not anxious, because people, I think, often forget how much anxiety or depression or all of these things can have on their physical body. And for me, there were moments when I was anxious, but the number of times I am anxious is so much less now. And that is also an amazing thing, because the energy that it takes out of you, and the number of moments that it takes out of your life is just crazy. So yeah, I think the advice and the thing is, it is an investment just like anything else, high risk, high reward. And definitely it is risky when you kind of come into this relationship without knowing Lotte fully and without knowing what the outcome will be. But when you put yourself out there to take such a high risk to improve yourself and to start believing in yourself, you do end up getting there, because Lotte knows what she's doing. She will help you believe in yourself, and she will help you grow, and she will also teach you how to do that. It's not that she does it for you, right? She teaches you how to do that. So it's something that you will learn for the rest of your life. So definitely financially you'll be fine. Don't worry. And also mentally, physically, you'll be way better off than you were before you started your fashion job.
Oh, wow. Thank you,
Of
Dolly. Thank you
course.
so much for your kind words. That were all the questions I wanted to ask for you today. Is there anything else you would like to tell to the people watching? Anything you feel like we missed today?
Um, no, I think the first thing is, really start noticing when you are feeling bad or when you're feeling uncomfortable with how you are right now. And the moment you do it, take that time to make the change. Because for me, it was just a couple of months, but I was already like, oh, why didn't I do this earlier? So just really notice, be honest with yourself, talk to yourself, whether it's through journaling, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through you taking a walk and it's talking to yourself, but recognize when you need help, and reach out for that help. Don't try to do it on your own, and know that there's a lot of people out there who are willing to help. And apart from that, I think another thing that I want to reiterate is, with a lot of professionals who want to make life and a career within the fashion industry, I really hope everyone starts thinking about sustainability more as well. And especially within the fashion industry, sustainability is such an important topic, because it's one of the biggest employers of the world, and it is one of the most polluting industries as well. So really think about the environmental impacts of what you're doing, and the social impacts, ethical impacts, animal rights impacts. There's so much that come into it. And there's a lot of resources and helps out there to understand how you can improve your job and understand better the fashion industry as well. So if you ever want to know more about sustainability and fashion, please feel free to reach out to me. And I really hope that, students who are now going into professional careers within fashion are the advocates for sustainability to really change the industry, because our generation is going to be the people that change the industries. So I really, really would like students to also think about that, and, talk about that more. And I think it's a very important topic. And yeah, if you ever have any questions, or if you just want to even learn what are the resources out there because you don't know where to start, please feel free to reach out to me, because I have a lot of resources, and I would love helping more people learn about fashion and sustainability as well. So yeah.
Great. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Dolly.
Of
Thank you
course.
for your time, for recording this video. I am sure you inspire many people with all your beautiful words. I am so incredibly proud of you. I
Thank you.
always knew that this was going to be the Dolly we all want to see, and who is going to be your best self, because that's the most important.
Yes.
And thank you.
Thank you so much again, Lotte, for everything. I'm just so happy with your fashion job and the fact that I decided to take that leap of faith. And yeah, I couldn't thank you enough. And I'm so happy to make a friend for life as well. And it's just so nice. I'm really happy about everything. So thank you again.
Thank you. Bye bye, everyone.